Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, what's going on, friends? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor, my friends. Kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, so much to discuss on today's show. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of aftermath of the recent No Kings protest that had been going all across the United States. I myself had I didn't participate, but I am in support of the protest and the mission and what it stands for. The day when it occurred in my home area, I drove around and saw all the different groups. I mean, there were in Virginia Beach Town Center. You had close to 3,800 folks in attendance. In Chesapeake, we had thousands of folks in different parts of the area, but they were spread out in different parts of the city of Chesapeake. Newport News, every single city of the 7 cities here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, had their No Kings protest. But I mean, we all saw it. DC, Philly, Minneapolis, the Villages, out in Florida, right there in Trump's backyard. So many protests, and it grew this year. It grew, I mean, by the thousands, which speaks volumes because, as I mentioned in the last show, Trump's approval rating has gone down drastically. CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, has dropped in attendance. You even have folks that are strong conservative even cheering impeachment processes. They want to see folks impeached. I mean, good Lord, it's not looking so good again on the for MAGA. In addition to that, member of the popular group TLC, Chili, known as Chili in the group, her name is what is Chili's actual name? Rosanda Thomas. It seems like she's also a strong supporter of MAGA, which it was a rumor. Someone told me that, and I said, well, I mean, she probably is. I don't care. I'll be honest. I'm not like, I don't listen to TLC like that. My wife loves TLC, but I don't listen to their music like that. But this came out after a recent post that she shared on her social media. That was a awful post debunking posts claiming that the former First Lady Michelle Obama was a transgender man who was registered to vote in the elections in Illinois in 1994. Again, a pure, false, and disgusting post, and it don't get more MAGA than that. And that came from, again, yes, Chili from TLC, which I'm going to talk about this because I don't know if y'all have heard. TLC is on a tour, a very popular tour currently, along with In Vogue and Salt and Pepper. So this might affect their attendance and their ticket sales for this tour. We'll talk more about it on the show. Also, entrepreneur, rapper, actor, producer, Renaissance man Nick Cannon comes out publicly supporting Donald Trump, saying he's doing a great job, and then he F's with Trump and sharing that the Democratic Party is the party of the KKK. That's his words, and we're gonna talk about it later on the show. Also, if we have some time, I want to get your take on this. Should local elected officials receive pay raises? Local elected officials, mayors, council, school board members, should they receive pay increases? The reason why I bring this up is because in my home city, which I know y'all have probably encountered this before in your cities, a local member, a member on our Chesapeake City Council, Les Smith, who is a friend of the show, friend of mine, had proposed a increase in salary for council members and mayors. Majority of the public were not happy about that, and I'll share my take on it. But again, during this time right now, I think increases in anything is not fond from the public, right? We're already, we hate going to the gas stations because we know we need it, but we also know that the gas is just too damn expensive. So we're going to talk about it today here on the Arrington Gavin Show. As always, family, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chime in to yet another great convo. We drop new episodes every day, Monday through Fridays, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, the Arrington Gavin Show YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. We also drop new episodes via podcasts. So if you prefer to listen on the go while you're in your car, go ahead and put on a podcast. If Spotify, Apple, iHeart, we're available on all major podcast platforms. You can also listen to us on the radio airways. If you happen to be in Las Vegas, be sure to check out the show on KSHP 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific time. If you happen to be in the Metro Atlanta area, go ahead and turn that radio dial to WDJY 99.1 FM. To the Arrington Gavin Show. You can tune into the show weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then lastly, you can also tune into the show if you happen to be in the New Orleans area. The Who Dat Nation, WBOK 1230 a.m. out in New Orleans. You can tune into the show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Those are all of the ways you can check out the show. You can also watch us on the Goatverse TV app. Okay, Goatverse TV app. If you have not downloaded the app yet, please do so. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. So again, no excuse that you cannot chime in and check out our show. Also, for those who are watching in the top corner, we have provided the QR code, but you can also follow up on episodes by going on our website, www.theagshow.com. Again, that website is theagshow.com. It'll keep you up to date on recent shows, and you can also reach out to your boy if you have any questions, or you want to voice your opinion, or you're interested in sharing your story on the show, want to be a guest on the show. Hey, contact me by way of email. I truly appreciate that. All righty, friends. All righty. Lot to discuss, as I mentioned earlier. No Kings protests. Folks that have been loved by so many are coming out and supporting of this administration and this president, which turns a lot of heads, and folks look at you funny like, I don't know if, it's even causing folks to even get canceled. Yeah. Ask, what's his name? Rob Snyder. Because he continues to whine and whine, saying they canceled me, they just got rid of me. First of all, maybe, dude, you just weren't that funny. You ever think about that? You ever think about folks don't book you because you're just not that funny? People get tired of the whole "you can do it." Like, people get tired. People get tired of that comedian. He at the end of the day, he found his niche. He found his way to make money. He was one of the moderators, I think, at CPAC. He has successful comedy specials on a special on Fox Nation. Oh, who also has a special on there? Roseanne Barr. Whoo, have you seen her lately? What a hot mess. NT Ways. We're gonna head to a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not change that dial, because we have a lot to discuss here on the show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
6'10", number one pick, 16 seasons, college player of the year, all-rookie standout. Joe Smith built a career on grit, consistency, and showing up.
Greatness isn't just about the game. It's about how you show up every day. Rugged Evolution now offers body care products for every man, because not every man wears a beard, but every man deserves care. Greatness doesn't fade.
It evolves. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Every beard deserves to be legendary, and every man deserves care.
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, this that new Gold Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Hey, Dad, want to go for a walk?
Well, that'll help me get my steps in for the day. Gotta stay healthy and strong.
Bet you're healthier than me.
I'd like to keep it that way. Doc says I need to walk 10,000 steps a day. How long is that?
Don't know. How about you tell me a story instead of counting steps?
I could tell you about the house my father and uncle built for us.
That's a couple of thousand steps right there.
Staying connected keeps you going strong. Learn ways to stay happy, active, and independent at cdc.gov/stillgoingstrong.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to discuss which one do I want to start with first? They're all so great. They're all so good. Which one should I start first? Let's talk about the No Kings protest. As you know, happened across the United States. Frustrated Americans, those that care about democracy, made sure their voices were heard during this No Kings protest, which is I believe the second No Kings protest. Just to kind of share a little bit of what the No Kings protest is, it is a grassroots political movement centered on the idea that no leader, especially the president or a president, should wield unchecked king-like power. All right. I don't know if you noticed, but we have a president that decked out the whole Oval Office to look like a palace. Gold, crappy looking, pea colored gold. All right. You have everything made like if it's about him. I don't know if you heard, but he's going to be on a coin very soon, which would be like the first for a sitting president to be on a coin. Was just weird. Anyways, let me go ahead and share some footage for those who are watching, and I'll explain it from there. But all across, as I mentioned, the United States, protests, No Kings protests. You hear the crowds? Minneapolis, Philadelphia, DC, Boston, New York City. I mean, the crowds were massive, my friends. They were massive. In my home area of Chesapeake, we had No Kings protests going on here. Here is a
No King! No King!
I mean, look at those crowds. Look at those crowds. This is everywhere, and even really wasn't shocked, but folks in Trump's own backyard. This is, let me see if I can find this clip here. Over in Florida, the villages were swarming with folks. I mean, look at the crowds. Look at those crowds. People were frustrated. Not were, but still is. People are frustrated. I guess my question to ask you all, did y'all participate in the No Kings protest? Because look, this is something that is not a political, a party thing. This is an America thing. This is a humanity thing. All right. No one is above the law, and nobody is above the American people. We don't bow down to one leader. Only leader that I know is the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hello. But Trump thinks he's above God. He thinks, folks around him, if Trump farts, they're going to say it smells like roses. All right. Like, seriously, he has a bunch of yes people around him. Shoot, why the first lady can't even, she doesn't even live in the White House. She can't be near him. She can't stand him. He's surrounded by these yes people that continue to kiss the ring and bend the knee. Talking to you, House Speaker Mike Johnson, okay? Senator Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina. I mean, these folks just kill me that you would stoop so low, ruin your career, make yourself look like a fool in order to please this individual. Let me talk a little more about this protest, though, because there's so many different thought process on this protest. So again, I'll share different perspectives. So the left has been more in favored and in leading these movements. They frame this as a defense of democracy, response to authoritarian rhetoric. They shared times and times again, no one is above the law. Again, about protecting democracy norms. Warning signs we can't ignore. Trump says he's going to do this and he does the opposite. He whines about everything. His billionaire friends are buying the media narrative. CBS, the CBS News, yeah. They continue to cater to the administration. Literally, the editor-in-chief is telling folks, hey, look, let's pretty much make the president look good here. All right. Ellisons are buying CBS. They're coming close to buying CNN. News Nation at first was supposed to be the whole unbiased and straightforward news, which is slowly but surely turning into like the 2004 Fox News agenda. Even Fox News now is like, wow, they're starting to turn like us a little bit, because everybody from Fox News goes to News Nation. Katie Pavlich, one of the a staunch supporter of MAGA, she has her own primetime show. Leland Vitter continues to show it. Like, what's interesting with News Nation, and I still watch it. I'm an avid watcher of News Nation, right? When they first started, I'm like, okay, boom, unbalanced. I like this. I like to see the multiple perspectives, but they're doing a little more, I would say, on being in supportive of the administration rather than speaking against. You know what I'm saying? Now, the right's frame, they're looking at this as political theater. Exaggeration, viewed as an overreaction designed to demonize conservative leadership. Okay. Some argue Democrats themselves support strong federal power when it benefits their agenda. That I will actually agree. Because here's the thing, both party systems, they're gonna twist their power any way they can or manipulate the vote, in my opinion. That's why I've always stayed in the middle. But firsthand, because we see it firsthand now, especially under this administration. And the reason why it's more attack on this administration is because on both chambers, Republicans have the majority. The conservatives have the majority in the Supreme Court. They have the White House. So you see why a lot of these arguments and all these attacks are going towards the administration, as they should, because once again, we're in a war that we shouldn't have been in. Folks at TSA are continuing to feel effects off of the lack of backbone happening in Congress and in Senate, because let's be honest, and you heard it from, I believe his name is John Kennedy, senator out of Louisiana. He even said that there was a bill that was brought from the Democrats, and it actually would have had, would have allowed TSA workers to receive pay, and it was pretty reasonable. Trump said, no, don't want to do it. All right. Then there was another bill that was passed. 49 senators blocked the bill. Who's to blame, y'all? Who is to blame? Here I've shown a few of the signs here. Let me see if I can make this larger for you guys to see. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna read a number of them, but I mean, that's one thing I do enjoy about these protests. They get very creative with the signs here, very creative with the posters. I mean, you got their Trump with the crown on, and folks have the little caution, up, no kings, of course. Clean up on aisle 47. Okay, a woman's place is in the resistance. Okay, we see that. There was another one I thought was pretty hilarious. Let me see if I can find that one for you. Here we go. You see this one right here? I can't really read this because it's a little bit inappropriate, but I don't. You can't see this, obviously. Let me put this up for you guys.
Been perfect, but we should be working towards. The United States has never been perfect, but we should be working.
I mean, if that is not clever right there, I mean, that's how a lot of folks are feeling. Folks are frustrated, y'all. How many times? I mean, I can't continue to share the number of clips from caller shows on C-SPAN where they're Republicans. And don't give me this I'm talking to the folks on the right. Don't give me this whole, that they're actors, they're paid from the left, they're not really real. That's not real Republic. Yes, they are. There's a number of Republicans that have voted for Trump multiple times that are saying, wow, they're starting to wake the F up. Okay, they are starting to wake up. Y'all, I just shared that Trump's district in Florida just had been flipped blue. Emily Gregory had won a special election. She beat a Trump endorsed Republican in a Trump district. Trump's representative is a Democrat. What does that tell you? All of these special elections is going in favor of the left. There are conservatives that are starting to wake up and be like, wow, what is happening? I mean, what is there else to say? What is there else to say? Now, as I mentioned, I think we could all agree that no individuals are above anybody. But the same thing is that you will hear from folks that will still say, well, they're in support of Trump, somebody who only supports the money, somebody who only supports the wealthy, somebody who continues to talk down on women, minorities, other countries. To me, when you see the 1,000 people, and this is not even just happened in the United States, this happened even in Europe. When you see all these protests, what does that tell you? Huh? What does that tell you? That tells you that we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And all I can say is that if I can be honest, I get tired of seeing protests, because in order for it to be a protest, there has to be an issue that we have to protest on. And it's sad, because you want to be in a world where we wouldn't have to continue to protest. You wish for protests should have been done after, during the civil rights era. We should not have any more protests. We should not. It's not necessary to have any protests. Sometimes, I'll be honest, I feel like it's the same old. You protest this, and is stuff really done? No. It makes people feel good, right? people are protesting the fact that this president was campaigning on being anti-war, yet we're in a war. He said that he was going to lower prices. Prices are spikes. Prices are sky high. Gas prices, grocery prices. Okay. I mean, it's so many things that was said from this administration and this president specifically that has not been met. Okay. So folks that are still sticking with Trump, like, what has he done for you to be like, oh, he's the best there is, the best there ever will be, the best president ever? Like, what has he truly done? Said he was gonna expose the Epstein list. I ain't never seen no expose. I ain't never seen no list. Have y'all? Okay. There's a number of things that I have not seen done. I've seen folks be let go, right? I've seen what I see right now is Republicans are in a little kind of an iffy position here, because at really the start of the year, they were the winning party. Come on, I was doing plenty of shows criticizing the left, criticizing the Democratic Party, how their strategy sucked during the presidential race, and they lost everything. They lost the Senate, the House, the White House. They lost it all, and the Republicans was in they were the winning party. Now it's like, bro, you're the reigning Super Bowl champ, but you're losing every game. What's happening? What's happening? Just to kind of close, I just want to let you know, at its core, the No Kings movement taps into something deeply American: the rejection of unchecked power, but deepening on who you ask. It's either a necessary warning or a political overkill. The real question isn't just who's acting like a king, it's whether the system itself is strong enough to stop anyone from becoming one. Ooh, that brings chills down to my spine when I say that. It's whether the system itself is strong enough to stop anyone from becoming a king. I just want y'all to let that sink in. Let that sink in. Because y'all, there's moments where I sometimes just lose hope. It really is. There are times where I look at issues happening across this country and I'm just like, sometimes I just lose hope. But that's what the enemy wants you to do, is to lose hope. And you have to continue to have faith and get out there and vote and make your voices heard. You have to continue to push it. You have to continue to push, because if you don't, then at the end of the day, that's a win, as I mentioned, for the enemy. And you don't want that to happen. Ladies and gents, this is a country that never should bow down to kings. Those elected officials in Washington, they're not kings and queens. They're employees. They are employees of the American people. We are the ones that are in charge. The ball is in our hands. We hire those to Washington. Remember that. You are the supervisors. You are the ones making the rules here. You are the ones that have the true power. Elections has consequences. Has consequences. Just remember, you have the power. It might not feel like it, but trust me, y'all have more power than you think. And if you refuse to use that power, then guess what? Folks are going to take advantage of you. Folks are going to do what they want to do. Yep. They're going to do what they want to do. Trump's going to continue to say the grass is green when you know damn well that grass is rotten, brown, barely even growing. as I digress from this, let's go ahead and move it on to another story that's been going viral here. The legendary singer, one of the members from the hit group TLC, Chili, reportedly donated to the to Donald Trump's campaign in to the 2024 Trump campaign, as rumors tying her to MAGA influencers have grown. Okay, now this is reported by the Grio, and this was something that wasn't really like, oh, this was new or a rumor. I heard about this a while back, and I was like, I mean, it. You folks have to realize, okay, there are plenty of black conservatives in America and black Republicans. That shouldn't be foreign to y'all. I think folks always are shocked when it's people of color from the entertainment world, or just people from the entertainment world in general, but specifically minorities. So when you are a sister that is that's a R&B a singer, or whatever, a artist in the secular world, and you usually lean more liberal. But no, Chili Republican, and not just a Republican. She is a MAGA Republican. Woo! Sorry, folks. Says here that Rosanda Chili Thomas caught the of social media earlier during the week after longtime fans of TLC accused the singer of being MAGA. Okay, those accusations turned up a notch following a recent media's news report highlighting campaign donations made by the No Scrub singer to political action committees tied to President Donald Trump and the National Republican Central Committee and other GOP affiliate groups. Now, according to FEC filings, donations from the singer of Stone Mountain, Georgia, totaled close to $900, okay, and included 17 donations made between April 2024 and November of 2024. The majority of the donations were made to Win Red and Never Surrender Inc., and 3 donations made to the Trump National Committee PAC. The donation discovery comes as social media users on Threads found a screenshot of Chili's Instagram account, which she shared a debunked post claiming that former First Lady Michelle Obama was a transgender man who was registered to vote in elections in Illinois in 1994. The post was deleted from her page. I mean, I feel like that says a lot. Now, to play devil's advocate, she can easily say, hey, look, my account was hacked. Somebody's trying to really ruin my career, this and the other. Or this can truly be her, how she is as a MAGA Republican from Georgia. Woo, it don't get no more red than that. This almost kind of reminds me of Gloria Gaynor, who had recently received a honor from the Kennedy Center honor, because Trump hosted the Kennedy Center honor. Trump changed the name to the Kennedy Center honor, which is really a memorial of former President JFK, who was assassinated. But once again, we have somebody that wants to be treated like a king. He put his name in front of Kennedy and has the Trump Kennedy honors. Trump cleaned house, have all folks on the board that supports him. He hosted the Kennedy Center honor, which it was disgusting. It was so boring. I watched the whole thing. It looked so dumb. He changed the design of the Kennedy Center necklaces that the honors receive. But I bring up Gloria Gaynor, the I Will Survive singer, because she's also a Republican and donated a lot of money to Trump and other Republican candidates. As I continue to read this, it says fans continued to dig deeper into the alleged ties between Thomas and MAGA, as a scan of her Twitter and Instagram showed that she followed several notable MAGA influencers, including Donald Trump Jr., the news network Newsmax, and Dean Cain on Instagram. Those follows included Florida gubernatorial candidate Byron Donalds and other MAGA content creators. She's MAGA. Like, sorry to break it to you, just like what is there else to say there? Look, for all you true TLC fans, you're probably heartbroken. You're like, wow, all these years now I gotta wait and find out that Chile is MAGA. Ah, my heart. But I think it's gonna hurt her even more. I think it's gonna hurt her. As I mentioned, Chile and TLC, they are currently on a tour called the Iconic. It's called wow. Now I'm struggling here. It's called It's Iconic Tour, which is a 30+ date tour that kicks off in Tennessee on August 15th. They are going on tour along with Salt and Do you guys think that this will hurt? Do you think this will hurt her chances of having a successful tour? Do you think this is gonna lower ticket sales, or even possibly have to cancel some dates because, again, low ticket sales? They're sort of like Kid Rock, the I mean, what would you call him? Do you call him a rock star, a rapper? What is he? He's he Kid Rock is the kind of artist that you see perform at carnivals, state fairs, something like that. Kid Rock is somebody that might perform at your local talent shows, if he can book those gigs. But after hearing this, I think we're going to see a decrease in a fan base for Chile. Now T-Balls might say, well, look, can I go solo? can I continue the tour and just find a replacement? No, but yeah, I mean, it's there really isn't anything to extend there. Is that, hey, she is MAGA, she's donated money to MAGA, and she still continues to support MAGA. All right, so there you have it. Chile from TLC is a strong right winger. I mean, hey, she's. I mean, if you truly love her music, I mean, you can separate the person from the from the actual artist, but a lot of folks, it hits hard when you support a man like Donald Trump. Now, look, I've been, I'm a person, I respect others' opinions. I have friends that I know voted for Trump, and some friends that probably still support and vote for Trump. And you probably look at me like, Arrington, how could you still hang with those folks? How could you, even talk to them? Look, I know folks they're entitled to vote who they want to vote for. Okay, that's just how I roll. Look, I've had Republicans and conservatives on this show that I consider friends, and I appreciate them speaking on this. But look, we kindly disagree on political things. That's okay. That is okay. They know I can't stand Trump. They know that they love him. Okay. It's hard to explain it to some folks. I know friends and even family. I have folks in my family that's voted for Trump and conservatives and stuff like that. So look, it's a lot. It's a lot to always to a lot to accept there. But at the end of the day, just gotta have the mindset, hey, we're all entitled to our own opinion. We're all are entitled to our political views and who we want to support and vote for. So we just keep moving from there. But yeah, Chile. Let's see how see how that's gonna last for her. How are we looking with time? Looking sharp here. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and take a quick break here. We're gonna take a quick breather. When we come back, we're gonna bring up the story about Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon also is a supporter of Donald Trump. Oh, I told y'all I got a lot for you on this show. Y'all don't go anywhere. You listen to the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after this.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, family. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Arrington Gavin Show. We truly appreciate if you can, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Give us a thumbs up on this video that you're tuning in all of our episodes. If you have not done so, give us a thumbs up. Helps with our algorithm. And leave us a comment if you agree with us. Leave us a comment. If you disagree with us, leave us a comment. Look, trust me, I've had folks that disagree with me leave comments and even leave some nasty ones, but hey, you're entitled. I appreciate you tuning into the show, though. I really do. All right, next up here on the show, Nick Cannon thinks Donald Trump is doing a tremendous job. He even says, hey, look, I have with Trump. I like what he's doing. Recently, Nick Cannon, entrepreneur, the man has tons of jobs. I mean, that's one thing you got to give him credit. Nick Cannon is truly a talent, right? Rapper, actor, creating. He's the creator of Wildin' Out. We used to joke with him, calling him Mr. Nickelodeon. He's hosts shows and so much stuff. I mean, Nick Cannon, as I mentioned, is a true talent. Now he's doing more in the digital space with all these different podcasts and shows and this and that and the other. And he was recently he was in some kind of show where he's driving in the car, almost kind of like the same old not carpool karaoke, but basically carpool karaoke, but without the karaoke. He had Amber Rose in the car with him, and they started talking about politics. As you know, Amber Rose, strong Trump supporter. She even spoke at the last Republican National Convention as a rapper and entrepreneur, which again, I never heard of any of her songs, but she was somebody that was trying to rally in I guess young people and folks in the hip hop side, along with Nicki Minaj and other popular folks in the hip hop world, Waka Flocka, and now you got Nick Cannon, and they both were talking about politics in the Democratic Party and so on and so on. So let me go ahead and read you this report by Variety.com. Nick Cannon lets his politics be known on a recent episode of his web talk show Big Drive, during which he called the Democratic Party the party of the KKK. Woo! Pretty bold, right? After his guest model, Amber Rose, said that the Democrats don't care about people of color and the Republicans do, Cannon replied, I agree with you 100%. People don't know that Democrats are the party of the KKK. People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves. I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You're just a little bit more outspoken than I am. And honestly, I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. Look, I'm very familiar with W.E.B. Du Bois in that statement he said. And look, I don't disagree with that statement per se when it comes to the two-party systems. I can't tell you how much I'm not a fan of the two-party system. It has never really helped out the majority, right? That in that sentiment, I don't disagree with Nick Cannon. Now, when they went on discussing Donald Trump's second term, Cannon enthusiastically said, "Mother effers cleaning house," and is doing what he said he was gonna do. It's very true. Trump said what he said he was gonna do. That's what he's doing. He's also doing a lot of lies too. He said, "We got the Gulf of Mexico now," Cannon added. He's like the club. He's charging a $5 million bottle service fee to get into the country. While factions of Democratic Party were responsible on the rise of the KKK, right after the Civil War. Well, let me continue to read this, and I'll read you a little bit that I pulled up some notes that I want to share with you all. But let me continue this article here. The faction of the Democratic Party were responsible for the rise of the KKK right after the Civil War. It's not widely believed that the entirety of the party endorsed the formation of the white supremacist groups. Cannon was partially right about history of Republicans. The party was founded in the early 50s by anti-slavery activists. In 1861, Abraham Lincoln, a member of the Republican Party, signed the Emancipation Proclamation and freed all slaves living in non-union states. Now, however, it wasn't until the House of Representatives passed the 13th Amendment in 1865, which was later ratified by the state majority, that slavery was abolished in the United States. Okay, so going back. They're right. The Ku Klux Klan was founded in 1865 in the South after the Civil War. Now, its goal was to restore white supremacy and oppose Reconstruction policies that expand rights for Black Americans. Now, when you think of white supremacy now, which party is usually more buddy and in shoulder to shoulder and supportive of certain white supremacists, right? Folks like a Steve Bannon, folks like the Proud Boys. Who's in more favor of that? I'll let you think about that. Folks like Alex Jones. All right. Nick Fuentes. Okay, I think I've said enough, right? Dan Bongino. I think I've said enough there. Most white Southerners were part of the Democratic Party. Now, the Republican Party, known as the Party of Lincoln, because see, people forget. Perfect example. Former Lieutenant Governor of Maryland and former RNC chair Michael. What is oh Lord, what's his name? Host of the weekend, host of the weeknight prime time. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. The weeknight what is his name? Michael Steele. There we go. Michael Steele described himself as a Lincoln Republican. I know he's been on MSNBC for years and he's continued to attack the Republican Party, but Michael Steele is very much a Republican. Okay, he's never left the party, and he most likely will never ever leave the Republican Party. But he is a Lincoln Republican. You have folks like the Lincoln Project, which is made up of a lot of Lincoln Republicans who are anti-Trump Republicans. Okay, let me continue. Many KKK members were Southern Democrats. The Klan acted as a terrorist arm, suppressed. Well, I don't need to describe how the KKK is because they're still going on. They're still disgusting as can be. I mean, pure T scum. The KKK reemerged in the early 1900s, expanding to the South. It targeted. Okay, we know all that stuff. Klan had influence in both political parties. Okay, but stronger ties with the Democratic political machine in the South at the time. Now, Woodrow Wilson, a Democrat, has criticized the policies and attitudes that align with segregation era thinking, though his direct ties to the KKK are debated. Now, the National Democratic party began supporting civil rights reforms like Civil Rights Act in 1964 and the Voting Rights Act in 1965. Lyndon B. Johnson, a Democrat, signed both laws. Okay. Many segregationist Southern Democrats, also called Dixiecrats, broke away. Some shifted towards the Republican Party over time. To share with this, historically, yes, the KKK was closely tied to Southern Democrats. Now, there was a difference between Northern Democrats and Southern Democrats, but Southern Democrats in the post-Civil War era, but American politics didn't stay frozen in time. Now, by the Civil Rights era, the Democratic Party shifted towards supporting civil rights, and many of those Southern political alliances broke apart. Now, today, the KKK isn't really aligned with either majority party, but I will say that when you see a lot of, if you see a lot of Confederate flags or KKK members or folks that they lean more towards the right. Let's just be frank here. They lean more towards the right. Now, I want to share this quick video that I've found on my social media that I posted a while back, and I thought it was it's perfect for this discussion here because it kind of answers a little bit more meat and potatoes of this it relates to this discussion that we're having here.
We can pinpoint the exact moment when Black people became Democrat.
Really?
It was a 90-second phone call. October of 1960, Nixon and JFK are embroiled in the tightest race ever. MLK is in jail. He's always in jail, but they're about to put him in this penal farm in rural Georgia. Coretta, his wife, pregnant, she's frantic. She picks up the phone and she calls Nixon's camp. She says, hey, here's what's going on. Can you pull some strings, get my husband out? Nixon blows her off. She picks up the phone and she calls JFK. 90-second phone call. JFK says, I'm with you, whatever you need. Yeah. She gets off the phone, tells her father-in-law, MLK's dad, MLK Sr., who's the head pastor at Ebenezer, who at the time was a registered Republican. He says, I'm a Democrat now. He recruits all of his pastoral friends, gets all the Black newspapers. They go on this big campaign to get JFK in office. JFK wins by 100,000 whatever votes. Here's what's interesting. In 1956, Eisenhower was a Republican. He won with 60% of the Black vote. In 1960, JFK wins with 70%.
There you go.
Of the Black vote.
Wow.
Now, I tell that story not to say what swung people was empathy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's missing today. We can pinpoint the exact moment.
I mean, I think most folks in America can agree with what that man just said. What swung folks is empathy. What swung Black people to the Democratic Party was empathy. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not married to either party. I voted for elected officials in the Republican side. I voted for Democrats. Okay. But if we look at the overall, we look at which side shows more empathy. What side do you think? See, on Nick Cannon is a money's guy. He's a capitalist. He's a strong capitalist. I've told you the number of businesses he has and companies, and can't forget the amount of kids he has and different baby mamas. So he has to make sure that those tax breaks are looking pretty, comfortable for him. So of course he's going to lean towards the man who only cares about money. Of course he's going to lean towards that guy. Again, Nick Cannon and Trump has a lot in common. Multiple children by different women. They're a match made in heaven. They are a match made in heaven. They both disrespect women. Okay, come on. It's not rocket science. So now am I gonna should we cancel Nick Cannon? No, that's silly. Don't do that. He's a talented guy. He puts on great stuff. He continued, the older you get, the more you continue to expose your true beliefs. And that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. But folks shouldn't be shocked about it. Folks shouldn't be like, wow, I can't believe this come from Nick Cannon. Well, believe it. And you shouldn't be shocked. Stop being so naive. Now, my thing is, if you still have the mindset that the party is the same as it was back then, I think that's pretty silly to continue to have that mindset. Yeah, that's a party of the. Hey, historically, they can't take away their history, but if you look at the last 50 years, the left has been in more supportive of civil rights initiatives than the right has. I mean, last time I checked, the right is the one that continues to make a joke about diversity and equity inclusion. They take all the DEI programs away. This administration, they took that all away. I see lack of funding going to HBCUs under this administration. I see folks continue to make a joke saying, whoa, how did this person of color get this position? Must have been DEI hire. Let's fire them now. I mean, I see a sitting president depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady as apes and monkeys. He's Republican. I mean, what is there else to say there? What is there else to say there? So just wanted to let you guys sink all that in. You know, always continue to do your history on the political parties. But again, if you look back at 50 years, who has been the one that has been pushing forth diversity? Who has been pushing forth on opportunities for people of color more? Just think about that. I'm running a little low on time, so I'll probably share continue the conversation about local elected officials receiving raises. I'm gonna push that to the next one because I definitely want to expand more on this, but I want to again remind you all on there's multiple things that we've discussed here. How we do not, no elected official should have the mindset that they're above people and they should be treated like kings. No, we should not. But we should also focus more on humanity and empathy. We need to focus on humanity and empathy. And if you lack that stuff, well, guess what? Bad things will occur when you hire a president that lacks empathy, sincerity, and humanity. You get a man who tans more than anything. Like he stays. I mean, I'm talking about during the winter time. Like, how's this man still tanning? How's he still tan during the winter? Like, do they have a tanning bed in like the Oval Office? They probably do. But yeah, friends, we have a lot. We're going to have a lot to discuss here and more great conversations. We got some great guests going to be lined up for the next shows, and yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot to tap into. Again, it's midterm season, so big elections happening. We're going to be having a bunch of local candidates, because I know it's extremely important to not just focus where you see on a state and federal level, but also what's going on in your backyard. So I'm going to be bringing on some candidates and even some incumbents, right? And we're going to have those deep dive conversations that matter, the ones that really impact us as Americans in our local communities. Until next time, my friends, y'all take care, stay blessed, stay safe out there, and make sure you all stay informed. Do your research. All right, do your research. Gotta go. I will talk to you soon for another great convo. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.